Hello, and welcome to our Week 10 episode of Tuesdays with Tim Camp. The Eastern Oregon football team battled a tough number 6 College of Idaho team to a 24-17 loss, and we're joined here by head coach Tim Camp, as always. And Coach, you were going against one of the best teams in the country this year, and you gave the Yotes, just about everything they could handle in a really tight ball game. Afterwards, was there any positivity from the locker room after a game like this against a good team?
Yeah, I think when in the position we're in right now, and what we've tried to do is build this team. Obviously, there's a big letdown because we feel that we can play toe to toe with anybody in our conference, and I think we've proved that over the last 3 weeks. Now we've come up short. There's no moral victories. At the end of the day, we lost to College of Idaho, which that's horrible. But at the end of the day, I saw a bunch of guys going out there playing to win, and that's the one thing that we had talked about the last 3 weeks. Go and play to win, and hit for the fences, and I think they did that. There's a couple times that we wish that we could either have a ball back or we would have made the tackle in the hole. But again, College of Idaho is a good football team. Montana Tech, you take it, Southern Oregon, everybody in this conference is good. So again, no moral victories, but at the same time, the kids did what I asked them to do, and that was go out and play hard and play for 60 minutes. And I think they did that.
Yeah, well, in this game, it seemed like obviously time of possession and number of plays offensively were kind of the stats that gave C of I the biggest advantage. They had a 40 to 20 minute lead in possession of the ball, although EOU ended up averaging more yards per play in the game on offense. So what sort of things do you think led to this large disparity in time of possession?
Well, I'm not a big numbers guy. At the end of the day, 60 minutes of football, 24-17. I think if you look at it in detail and you watch the film, and I think that if you look at the third quarter, there's a couple things that happened in that third quarter that enabled them to keep a drive going, and they had the ball for like 9 minutes right there. They were able to control that. We controlled the first half, they controlled the third quarter. We kind of went back and forth in the fourth quarter. So obviously the time of possession and the limited number of plays. Obviously, if they have the ball more of it, they would have more of a chance to score points. But at the same time, I think that our defense, played well enough to win. We need to get our offense going, and more consistent. That's exactly what it is. We're 1 for 13 in third downs. That's not a Tim Camp offense, and that's not going to continue to be a Tim Camp offense, right? So those are the things that we're addressing. But it just didn't show up yesterday. It showed up in the Tech game, and it also showed up in the game against Southern Oregon. But we were still in those games, and those are the things. You have the ball again with 6 minutes against Southern. You can't do anything with it. You end up on the 14-yard line. You got the Montana Tech 16-10. And you got the ball with 8 minutes left, and we can't do anything with it. And then obviously in this game right here, we have the ball at the very end of the game, and we need to be able to do something. The defense stood up tall, but at the end of the day, it's a team game, and we got to. I thought our special forces played very, very well. I thought our defense stood very tall at times, and offense showed signs of life. But at the same time, that's not a typical offensive production that we want to be able to put out there each and every week. We need to be better.
Well, Coach, while the season hasn't gone as hoped for, obviously, with the record, what do you want the team to focus and build upon in these final 2 weeks?
Well, I think the ability to go out and play football. I love college football. I love to coach football. I love to coach young men, and we're talking right now, and you got 2 weeks left, and what are you going to do, and how are you going to do it? And we talk about a blue collar gold standard, how we're going to do things, and I think that's one of the most important things that you can do is go out there and show people who you really are. If you say that you love football and you got an opportunity to play, go out and, like I said, hit for the fences. Go out and do everything that you can. I mean, as long as there's time on the clock and there's a scheduled game to play, let's go do our very best. And I think that's what you would ask from any athlete, not just in a football season or anything like that. I think that you got to go out and you got to compete, and that's life. And if you want to not compete, then don't go out and play. Don't get on the bus to go up to Rocky Mountain, because we plan on beating these guys, And I think that Rocky Mountain, sure, it's senior day up there. They have a chance to go 500, and I think that there's nothing better on the docket than an Eastern Oregon Oregon victory. And we've done it many a time in my 12 years here, and we're gonna continue to go in that direction. So I want to surround myself with guys who have grit. I want to surround myself with guys that are winners, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, Coach, yeah, you got Rocky Mountain this weekend on Saturday, November 9th at 1 p.m. Mountain Time up in Billings. We look forward to talking to you after that game and leading up to our Senior Day game here against Carroll on November 16th. So, Coach, thanks again for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Absolutely. Go Mounties.